President Donald Trump has pledged to impose escalating tariffs on several European allies over the Greenland dispute. The tariffs are framed as leverage to force negotiations over a potential U.S. purchase of Greenland. Trump announced the move publicly on Truth Social, escalating tensions with Europe. An additional 10% tariff is set to begin on February 1st. If you are finding this breakdown useful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for clear and honest coverage of global politics. It helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss important updates from around the world. The affected countries include Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Finland, and Britain. These countries are already subject to earlier tariffs imposed by the Trump administration. The tariff rate is planned to rise sharply to 25% on June 1st. Trump said the tariffs would remain in place until a deal on Greenland is reached. Greenland is an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Trump has repeatedly described Greenland as vital to U.S. national security. The island's strategic Arctic location is central to U.S. military and surveillance interests. Greenland is also rich in untapped mineral resources that are increasingly valuable. Trump has not ruled out the use of force to gain control of the island. European leaders view this rhetoric as a serious escalation. Denmark has rejected any suggestion of selling Greenland. Greenland's own government has also opposed U.S. ownership. European countries have recently sent military personnel to Greenland. These deployments were made at Denmark's request. The moves are intended to reinforce sovereignty and deterrence. Trump accused European nations of playing a dangerous and unsustainable game. He argued that U.S. protection of Europe over decades justifies tougher pressure. Trump said the United States remains open to negotiations. He signaled talks could include Denmark or other affected countries. Protests erupted in Denmark and Greenland against U.S. demands. Demonstrators called for Greenland's right to determine its own future. European Union leaders have publicly backed Denmark. EU officials warned that a military seizure would threaten NATO's unity. Such a move could fundamentally weaken the alliance led by Washington. Britain has also expressed support for Denmark's position. The dispute highlights growing strains between the U.S. and its traditional allies. Conclusion: this confrontation over Greenland marks a sharp and troubling turn in relations between the United States and Europe. By tying sweeping trade penalties to territorial demands, President Trump is blending economic pressure with security rhetoric in a way that unsettles allies and challenges long-standing norms. Greenland's strategic importance is real, particularly as Arctic routes and resources gain global significance, but the method being used to pursue U.S. interests risks creating lasting damage. Tariffs aimed at close partners could weaken trust, disrupt economies, and invite retaliation at a moment when cooperation is already strained. The reaction from Europe shows that this issue extends far beyond trade. Military deployments, public protests, and warnings about NATO's future reflect deep concern that alliance principles are being tested. For Denmark and Greenland, the dispute is also about sovereignty and self-determination, not just geopolitics. If unresolved, the standoff could become a defining moment for transatlantic relations, forcing allies to reconsider how much pressure the alliance can absorb before it begins to fracture. A negotiated solution remains possible, but only if diplomacy replaces coercion and mutual respect is restored. Subscribe to the channel for clear and honest coverage of global politics. It helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss important updates from around the world.